SB exercises. Why was Edmund respected by the crew after the captain's death? Edmund proved his competence by successfully navigating through storms, negotiating with traders, and bringing the ship home with its cargo intact. His bravery and technical skill as a sailor were evident throughout the journey. What can we guess about Edmund's personality from how he takes responsibility on the ship? We can infer that Edmund was brave, ambitious, and a natural leader, even at a young age. His ability to take command in difficult situations highlights these inherent leadership traits. How does the arrival at Marseille set the stage for both hope and danger in Edmund's life? The ship's arrival serves as a turning point. For Edmund, it represented hope and a joyful reunion with his father and fiancée. However, it also set the stage for tragedy, as his success and upcoming promotion triggered the jealousy and betrayal of Fernand and Danglars. Do you think Edmund's loyalty to his captain was more important than reaching his family quickly? Why or why not? Edmund acted with integrity. As a sailor, he felt a duty to follow his captain's dying wish. He prioritized his professional responsibilities so he could earn the trust of his superiors and spend his future with his family. If you were in Edmund's place, would you have acted differently with the ship and the crew? Explain. No, I would not have acted differently. Edmund's actions were guided by leadership, courage, and loyalty, values essential for success. His commitment earned him a stellar reputation, which is more valuable than taking shortcuts. Almoser exercises. The sea and travel. What might the sea symbolize for Edmund at this point in the story? The sea represents freedom, opportunity, and a pivotal moment in Edmund's future. It marks the peak of his happiness before his life is suddenly upended. How does Edmund's behavior on the ship show that he was a natural leader? Give 2 reasons. Edmund demonstrated he was a natural leader by taking charge of the ship after the captain's death and successfully negotiating with traders to ensure the safety of the vessel and its cargo. Do you think Monsieur Morel's decision to make Edmund captain was wise? Why/why not? Yes, promoting Edmund was a wise decision. He proved his capability as a natural leader by successfully navigating the ship through challenges and protecting the owner's interests. What does Mercedes' dream of a simple home by the sea reveal about her personality? Mercedes had modest aspirations because her happiness was rooted in love rather than status. She wanted nothing more than to live a simple life with Edmund, regardless of his rank. Fernand loved Mercedes, yet she chose Edmund. How might this rejection have shaped Fernand's later actions? Mercedes' devotion to Edmund fueled Fernand's resentment. Because she rejected him, Fernand became consumed by a bitter jealousy that led him to plot against Edmund. Danglars felt humiliated when Edmund became captain. What does this reveal about his character? Danglars felt deeply humiliated, revealing a character defined by insecurity and malice. His hatred for Edmund stems from his resentment over Edmund's promotion. Imagine Edmund had discovered his father's poverty earlier. How might he have acted differently? Had he discovered his father's poverty sooner, he might have stayed behind to help. This financial burden might have changed his mind about traveling, leading him to find local work to support his father instead of going to sea. Why do you think Dumas described a joyful feast just before Edmund's arrest? Explain. Dumas used the feast to highlight the joy of the community, making the sudden tragedy that followed even more devastating. It serves as a sharp contrast to the upcoming arrest. How did the sudden arrest change the atmosphere of the betrothal feast? The arrest shifted the atmosphere instantly from joy to shock and despair. It was particularly cruel because it occurred at what was supposed to be the pinnacle of Edmund's happiness. Do you think Edmund could have prevented his arrest? Why/why not? No, the arrest was unjust because Edmund had done nothing wrong. He was completely unaware of the contents of the letter or the malicious plot being orchestrated against him. If you were in Mercedes' place, how would you react to Edmund's arrest? Explain your answer. If I were in Mercedes' position, I would be devastated. To lose a partner on what was supposed to be the happiest day of my life would be a profound emotional shock and an absolute disaster.